Hello, welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. I didn't film anything today. It's actually almost midnight right now. And so I'll just tell you what happened today. So I woke up at 6 a.m. for some reason. I went to bed at 1, woke up at 6, couldn't fall back to sleep. Been having some problems with this arm and shoulder, and it was giving me some trouble. And so I just kind of laid in bed for a couple hours. I hate when this happens. Like once I wake up, I really have a hard time falling back to sleep. And so I got up, I was tired, but took a shower and I was waiting because on Friday, like I said, my doctor had increased my prescription of my ADHD meds from 34 milligrams of methylphenidate to 54 milligrams of methylphenidate. I had tried to call this prescription in last week and they were like, oh, we're out of stock. It'll be in on Monday. Call it 10 on Monday. And so I happened to have a couple 27 milligram pills laying around. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just take 2 of them in the meantime. I ran out of them. And so today, Monday, 10 a.m., I call the pharmacy and I was like, hi, I was told that my medication would be in today. And I'm just calling to make sure that shipment is in before I head over. And the lady was like, "Oh, it hasn't arrived yet. Usually it gets here sometime between now and noon, and I'll call you when it gets in." Okay, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I start cleaning my house again. 12:30 rolls around. I call the pharmacy again. I'm like, "Hi, yeah, I spoke to you earlier about a medication I'm waiting on." And she was like, "Oh yeah, we got our shipment, but your medication wasn't in it. Looks like they're out of stock again." And I was like, okay, well, when is the next shipment? And she was like, well, we'll put in another order on Friday, but honestly, this has been back ordered for a while. We've been trying to get it. Like, you fucking assholes. You couldn't have told me that. I mean, this is like pretty important, actually. But I guess since it's just ADHD medication, they don't need to tell you shit, you know? Anyway, I was annoyed, but I called around. I found a pharmacy that did have it in stock, and I sent that information to my doctor. Hopefully, I will be able to get it in the next couple days. I still have my 37 milligram dose, so it's not the end of the world, but it's frustrating. I mean, God forbid you try and fill a prescription in this fucking country. So anyway, so I cleaned my apartment. I was like in depth in the living room today. I was like getting all of the baseboards. I cleaned my windows. I dusting books and like Swiffering and all of that good stuff. And really, again, taking my time to really deep clean what I need to deep clean. Then something very exciting happened on the internet. You may not know this about me, but my personal hyperfixation is my own ancestry. It's something I've been interested in for about 20 years, longer than that, like 23 years. And I'm a freak on ancestry.com. Don't even get me started. I will lose 5 hours on ancestry.com, like beholding my pee so that I can look up one more record, you know? And I found out something devastating today. So I don't know my father's family very well. Even when I was a kid and my dad was still alive, we weren't close to his family because he had lived in West Virginia and then moved to Minnesota. And so I don't know, we like didn't talk to them. It was weird. And then my dad died and we basically never heard from them again. And so I'm not like in touch with my grandmother down there or anything. So I just had to use like the records on Ancestry to get her parents, right? And today I compared my family tree with my first cousin on my dad's side, and he had a completely different set of names for her parents. I had her parents wrong. And that's great grandparents. Do you understand how many branches out into the past that that covers? I mean, it's insane. So anyway, so I spent a good chunk of time on ancestry.com researching this line that like I had no idea. There's a lot of baggage that comes with this statement, but my family is really interesting to me as like an American family because we got here parts of like some of the branches in my family tree were already settled and being born in this country in the late 1500s. I mean, my white people, we have been here for over 100 years. I just feel like that has to be rare. I mean, like, we were like 3, 4 generations in being born in America, um, when the Pilgrims arrived on the Mayflower. Like, they were immigrants to my family. Isn't that so strange? And yes, there is a lot of baggage connected with that statement. I'm well aware of the history of this country. Although I will say, losing who I thought was my grandma's parents did chop off the only known Confederate soldier in my family. So it turns out Joseph Bartley Stump, who fought for the Confederacy, I am not actually related to. So then I went to a movie with my friend Thomas, and we saw a movie called To Live and Die in LA, starring Willem Dafoe and John Turturro. Totoro. You know who I'm talking about. And this movie is from 1985. It's like a cop drama. It's a neo noir film. And it was so much more homoerotic than I ever anticipated. I'm going to show you some clips.
You're not wired, are you? Is this my package?
Anyway, now I'm back home and I played my phone game for a little bit, and I don't know. My 5-day weekend is over, and it was a really, really good 5-day weekend. I got a massage, I had a doctor appointment, I went to a party and stayed there for 9 hours. I deep cleaned most of my apartments. I made family recipes. I slept a lot. What more can a girl ask for? Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.